watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station.
Good job. Go ahead, Miss Barnes. Rod cap is that they number one, didn't change the oil on time, right?
Keep blending and twisting it under. Good.
They revolve around companies coming into the schools and bringing examples and letting the kids get hands-on. And that's the way that you really introduce young people to careers and get them excited about it.
And welcome to a new edition of Shelby County School Report. We're coming to you from Germantown High School Television. I'm Angel Foster.
And I'm Melissa Goodwin. Each month we highlight various people, programs, and events making a difference in our school system.
In today's career landscape, preparing for success after graduation isn't one size fits all. Sure, there's the traditional four-year college path, but for some high school grads may want to go to trade school or go straight into a career.
That's where SCS Ready Grad programs come in. Shelby County Schools offer more than 40 college, career, and technical education courses that give students the real-world skills, education, and experience to pursue any path.
This month, we are highlighting 3 outstanding high school programs. In addition, executive producer Allison Long will talk to 2 representatives from the Ready Grad program about benefits offered to students.
Let's get to our first CCTE program. At Sheffield Career and Technical Center, there is no such thing as too many cooks in the kitchen. Culinary Arts students spend the year learning the foundational skills needed to pursue a career in the culinary field. Let's take a look.
Everybody's going to want to eat. Everybody's going to want to eat well. And you have an opportunity to make a great living. So that's what we try to prep our students for, to be some of the top students in the culinary arts within Shelby County School.
I've been in the industry for 30 years. I have a business degree. And now, and I had the opportunity to come and give back to the students. So you're good. Everybody's good right here.
We have 3 classes that we have throughout the day. We have our first 2 classes, which are our first year students, our beginners, and we have our more advanced students, our 3-year culinary arts students.
Ever since I was a child, I've been watching cooking shows.
I'm the cook of the family, so I decided I need more progress, so I chose culinary, and I'm not really into all the other stuff, only cooking.
I always wanted to be a chef, because my dad's a chef. I like cooking.
You already seasoned your chicken here?
Yes.
Okay, looking good. All right, how we doing? Oh yeah, now let's cut these potatoes. My program is a program where the students have an opportunity to come and prepare them to become either a chef or a business owner or a caterer or just an entrepreneur in general.
So what we doing culinary, so first time we came here we did OSHA, which is a program that teaches us to how to safety and what to do and learn in the kitchen.
That'll keep you from having to hit your hand in case of an injury. We're going over all of the safety procedures. We're going over all of the functions of cross-contamination, everything that involves with preparing food. And see, you're making it easier when you come in and you're doing your julienne cut.
He'll teach us what is which, which is which, what kind of pan is what kind of pan that we supposed to use for certain stuff.
What are you gonna say when you pull these open?
Hot stove.
Hot what?
Hot stove.
Hot stove, hot doors?
Hot doors.
All right, come on, let's do it. It's not really kitchen lingo. These are safety procedures that they must learn. Insert your paddle. Let me see you do that. Let me see if you can remember that. All right, let's go up. Hey!
He teaching us what's in the food, what the food can do for our body, and what can happen to the food if it gets spoiled.
You will learn that when you get into your classrooms in front of your other teachers and they ask you something, you'll be like, hey, you want hand all the time. And when you raise your hand all the time, this teacher begins to recognize who you are. We try to go into the scientific study of it so they can know about all of the biological and physical contaminants that goes and that's involved in it. And then once they begin to look at all of that, and then they just kind of sit back, and then a glow would come across them and be like, oh my God, I never knew it was so much.
Then when we're done with OSHA, everybody's gonna go to the kitchen.
The kitchen that we have here, it is a commercial kitchen. The students have an opportunity to be able to use a real commercial dishwasher. They'll look at a convection oven. They'll look at an electric range oven, electric range stove. They have opportunity to be able to get on a charbroiler, have opportunity to get on a flat grill. They have opportunity to use mixers. So they have opportunity to be able to do the appetizer, the entree, and making the vegetables to go with the entree. So there's your protein and 2 vegetables and a dessert. They'll be doing a bundt cake, all right? Show it to the camera so we can see how the cake is rising up. It's coming up, but we're gonna put it back in because it's not done yet. What you discover from your students in the class is that you're gonna have some front runners. You're gonna have some people that's gonna be very reserved. And then that way you would take those students and pair them with the student that's capable to give them instructions to be able to, you know, make the functions flow like they should.
You can learn something from different people as you cook. Like, it's not just you doing what you like. You might mess up and one person be able to correct you.
Do you need these rules in front of you all the time? No. These things are gonna come natural once you begin to do it consistently.
Mr. Cooper is a go-getter.
He isn't a quitter. If we do something, and if we don't want to do, he says, don't give up.
Now we want to get one that's going to have a little life to it, okay?
He encourages us to keep moving forward and to persevere.
I didn't want to do Skill USA, and he pushed me, and he was like, it's not what you want to do, it's just me pushing you to know what you'll be able to do.
He's so passionate that he wants the kids to be so successful.
Wow. Y'all, come on, y'all want to give a hand for everybody here. Okay? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. I'm still capturing their interest and making certain that they want to come back next year. Because I told them it's important to me for them to be here because I'm looking for everybody. I look for all of my kids because as long as they're here, I'm happy.
Thanks in part to FedEx, Memphis is a worldwide hub for the transportation industry. SCS recognized that fact, and a few years ago added an extra T to their STEM program at East High School. The T in T STEM stands for transportation. Let's see how teachers are training their students for the future.
A lot of our youth right now are hands-on. They like tinkering up with things, fixing things with their toys. And so here at East, I think it's great for them to come into the diesel program because it is a very lucrative program, a way that positions them to make a good living at a very, very young age.
And what do we say black smoke is? Unburned fuel. But once you oil it up and you let it smooth out, the smoke went away, right? Okay. Good job, guys. Let's go back to the classroom.
We're an optional program. Part of Shelby County Schools. Students have to apply to get here. We have 2 basically programs in STEM. We have the STEM side, and then we also have the diesel ed side.
Oh, that's cool to be able to like work on cars. So just like if one day I'm outside and my car breaks down or something, I'll be able to fix it myself without needing help.
It's not just about turning bolts. It's not just fixing engines, but you can design, you know, when you get into engineering and designing engines.
Think about the engine. What about it? How does it work?
There are so many different options. And this program here gets our students to working in a field that they like.
Did you check the wheel seal to make sure we don't have any oil? Right. Mm-hmm. Good job. That's it.
It's the student's choice to enter into the diesel program. And many of them love it. All of them are not planning on being diesel mechanics, but some are going into aerospace technology. Some of them want to be pilots. Some of them want to be engineers. And for those, you know, they feel like coming into the diesel program will help them.
I chose this program because it will help me with my career, because I want to get into a type of technology called nanotechnology. And knowing a mechanic, I could put nanotechnology into cars so it can help save people's lives.
When you think about the skills that they get here in the diesel program, again, it's not just surrounded by turning boats. I mean, when we go into faculty meetings and they talk about English and language arts and science, we do it all here, right here in diesel.
The engine was turning over. It was turning over, pistons going up and down. It was dumping fuel. But it didn't crank, it didn't start.
It's mainly about safety, maintenance, and basically self-knowledge, you know, because some of the stuff you're going to have to incorporate in your later life.
And when we look at it, when we look at the 30 seconds, we got what? That number right there? 11, 30 seconds. There's a lot of students afraid of math. They don't want to go to college because I'm not good at math. But guess what? When they come here in the diesel program and they have to do math equations to figure out how to create combustion for these diesel engines, how to time them, how they should run properly, and they find out, you know what? I'm not so bad at math. I can do this. I'm not afraid.
So we got our negative, our positive on the battery, but how about looking at the connection to the engine?
We can apply the science for gravity, physics, and chemistry with knowing the elements of what you're putting into the engine.
Every day here in the diesel program is full of amazement.
Oh my God.
Because of a lot of this that they're experiencing and they're seeing, they're being exposed to it for the first time. And so a lot of times they have to sit back and take it in, and they're just like, wow, really?
The information that the kids are learning is practical. A lot of my kids, you know, may come from single parent households. So can you imagine if one of my students is riding with his mom and his mom gets a flat, how valuable that skill set is, that kid can jump out and change that tire? Something as simple as that is a skill set that kids like, that they need, and it'll carry them a long way.
We're teaching them how to build diesel engines and work on trucks from the ground up. We teach them how to run overheads. We teach them how to change oil. We teach them how to build the engines. We teach them how to align the trucks, to do a front end alignment. We teach them how to change tires and plug tires and patch tires.
Now we're working on trucks, and I just think that is amazing because it's more fun to work on bigger things than smaller cars. So it was just very interesting to see what the interior of a truck's wheel looks like rather than a little car's wheel.
My students, when they leave, within 3 years, they'll be able to build a complete Detroit engine. So I have 9th through 12th grade. I think it's about 106 students in all. My boys and my girls, it's a little bit of a competition. They have to kind of prove themselves a little bit, the boys against the girls.
Good job. That's it, guys. Good job.
We did a good
I think what we're learning is for everyone, every gender.
Because some girls can pick up the big stuff. We could put things on in certain things. And I just think it's really fun to incorporate girls and dudes into all the same type of thing. Because the stuff that the men are doing, we do the same exact thing.
I would trust them to work on, trucks that are actually running up and down the road every day.
We've successfully removed 6 wheel ends, right?
Yeah.
We inspected our brakes. We inspected our wheel seals to make sure they wasn't leaking. We inspected our brakes for cracks. We reinstalled our drums. So guess what? This truck is ready to roll, right?
The young lady, Tatiana Pope, she graduated number 5 in her class last year. She got a lot of scholarships, 4-year scholarships, to go to any university she wanted. She chose to be in the diesel program.
The beautiful thing about the diesel program here at East High School is that we have dual enrollment. So they do not have to come here, go 9th through 12th grade, wait till they graduate, and then go to college and start earning college credits. Well, guess what? Right here at East High School in our diesel program, they can earn college credits right here and right now.
This is a good program. I think students need to look in this. I know it looks a little bit hard, but trust me, I won't say it's easy, it's a good life experience.
Now here is GHS-TV executive producer Allison Long with this month's SCS Focus.
In the last 5 years, the Tennessee Department of Education has pushed school districts to create job training programs in an effort to prepare more graduates for life after high school. As you have already seen, Shelby County Schools met the challenge head-on by expanding our already impressive number of CCTE programs. Joining me to go more in depth about curriculum and the work-based learning aspect is Partnership Director Philip Dotson and Senior Academics Manager Tanika Lester. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us. Yes.
So let's go with a very basic question, but just so our viewers know what CCTE stands for.
I think I'll take that question, Phil. CCTE stands for College and Career Technical Education.
Okay, and another easy question for you. Tell us some of the programs that fall under the umbrella of CCTE.
Wow. So the National Career Cluster Framework has 16 career clusters. And I'm always excited to share that Shelby County Schools offers 15 out of the 16 of those career clusters. So they range from agriculture to health science, to information technology, STEM, transportation, just a variety of pathways.
And speaking of curriculum, what's the difference between a CCTE course and other academic courses?
So the CCTE courses, we really work with industry partners. We want to ensure that the students have the knowledge and the skills that they need to just to matriculate straight to the workforce. So it includes industry standards, industry certification standards, and just information that they'll need where they'll be successful in the workforce.
Okay, so you have a curriculum, but then you also have internships and work-based programs for these students. Can you tell us a little bit about that as well?
Absolutely, I'd love to. So within the CCTE department, we do have a partnership team that works directly with companies, and our role in the partnership team is to basically lay the bridge that connects the gap between education and industry. And so it's so important that program exists, because what better way for young people to learn about the future and what job opportunities are there for them than to hear from the experts themselves. And so when we create our work-based learning programs, they're all built around career exploration, they're built around internships, they're built around students taking field trips to companies, they revolve around companies coming into the schools and bringing examples and letting the kids get hands-on. And that's the way that you really introduce young people to careers and get them excited about it.
Right. So once these students have gone through the class and they've had some instruction or they've had hands-on learning, then are they able to get a type of certificate and go into the workforce? Do they go then, once they graduate, into a trade school? Do they go to a college or university to pursue that area? Like what's the next step?
What's the next step?
So they have several options. So of course all of our programs offer our students industry certifications, and those certifications are key because it signifies that the students, they have the skills and the knowledge in order to be successful in the workplace. So if they choose to go to the workplace, they can go right onto the workplace, and with Phil and his team, they're able to make those connections with the companies. They may choose to go to college. They can go straight on into college and pursue a degree, or they can do both. Many of our students, we find that they work while they're going to school because they've earned those credentials and they're able to find a job. So they get the best of both worlds.
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah. And then to add to that, another amazing aspect is that we truly push the internship piece, where our students can get opportunities to go onto business sites, and they can even leave school and then go to work. They can work on the weekends. The companies that we partner with are very, very receptive and very open to making the schedule work for the young people. Another thing that we're currently working on is we're really trying to build our pre-apprenticeship program, which will then turn into an apprenticeship. And that is the earn while you learn tagline that we like to use, because it's what better opportunity for a young person to really get ahead in their career than to start learning how to do the work while they're in class and get paid while they're doing it.
Yes.
And so the partnerships that we create two types of partnerships in our department. The first one is a community partner, and a community partner is a company that creates a partnership with a specific school, kind of like an adopt-a-school situation, but they really take those kids under their wing and really work with them. The second partnership opportunity that we have is a signature partnership. And the signature partnership is a company that you would see that partners with the division as a whole. And so they help us create guidelines and curriculum to make sure that we're teaching the right subjects, to make sure that we're offering the right types of certifications. And so when a company partners with CCTE, it's really a win-win for both sides, because the companies get the opportunity to address a part of society that they don't normally get the opportunity to address. Most of the people that companies are working with are people who are already looking for jobs. They're job seekers. They've been out of school for a while. But if you partner with the school district, you can come into the school, introduce the company, and really make it fun. And I think that's one of the best things that we have, is because we do open our doors and we do welcome people. And that is the way that you get through to our young people. Showing them that you care, showing them that the work that they're doing is meaningful and it pays well. And so just what Tanika said, it's amazing that we can continue to do the work of providing our young people with that support. And with the company's help, they make it really easy for us.
This seems like an ideal time, too, for students to sign up for CCTE courses because of the workforce that we see now. And it seems that no matter what industry, everybody is looking for somebody to join the team.
Yes.
So if students or parents are interested in getting their students involved, what do they need to do?
In one of the programs,
to get involved with
definitely reach out to the school counselor. School counselors are familiar with all of our programs, and they're able to provide them the information that they need to get the students enrolled. And then, if all else fails, they always can look on the website, and then they can contact someone at our office. We're always, excited to share about the opportunities that we have with our programs.
Wonderful. Well, I wish you luck with all of this, and our students in Shelby County schools, I don't think they know how fortunate they are to have a program like this that will help them enter the workforce and prepare them for life beyond high school. So thank you for joining us.
And we thank you.
Now here's a look at our final CCTE school.
From a cut and color to a soak and polish, what will we do without the cosmetologists in our lives? At Germantown High School, the cosmetology program is preparing students for a career using real-world experiences right in the classroom. Here's a look at the program.
Well, I've always been interested in doing hair, nails, and makeup.
I chose cosmetology because I've always had a love for trying to look pretty.
If I don't look good, I feel like I'm having a bad day. So if I feel like if I look good and I help other people look good, they'll feel good about themselves and have a better days.
This is a great opportunity for students, not only just to style or work on hair, they can be business owners, entrepreneurs. They can transcend and focus in different areas, whether it be braiding, whether it be hair coloring, whether it be cutting, whatever they decide to do, it is my job and my focus to make sure they're ready. Now, what you do is when you come in and you see the nails, you look at the length.
Cosmetology is fun. If you enjoy doing something, if you come in this class, you most likely will enjoy this class.
We have hair, nails, makeup, skincare. It is so many different avenues that you can focus on in cosmetology. A little bit of your product, and you can go from the center and take some of the wetness off.
In our cosmetology class right now, we are doing hairstyling. We're doing box braids or single braids and nails.
I have one set at the shampoo bowl because there are so many different facets and so many different layers, if you will, that we have in cosmetology. Twist it in the middle, and once you twist it in the middle, you add the hair on. They have theory as well as practical, because we have business skills. We teach them how to actually open a business. They have to learn profit and loss statements. The level of understanding that they have to have is on a two-year college level, because there are so many different terms they have to transcend, even with anatomy, physiology, chemistry. There are so many different things they have to learn before they even touch your hair.
We need to learn the dynamics of the face, lengths of things, what looks good on a customer, what doesn't. So it just applies to cosmetology.
In geometry, we learn about degrees of shapes, and here we need that for hair cutting.
It's so many different things they have to know and be able to do in order to keep the public safe. And they have to pass a state board test. And that state board test is a national test, written as well as theoretical.
We all know that not all students will attend college. So we want to offer students an opportunity to earn an industry certification so that when they leave Germantown High School, They have something in hand that they can go immediately into the world of work.
When the hair is flat at the scalp, that's the difference.
Miss Hill, she is an amazing cosmetology teacher. She makes sure that everybody's on task and knows what they're doing. So I feel like she's very focused on the skill that we need to learn.
Blend it again. Keep going, keep blending and twisting it under. I talk to them just like a manager in a salon. I tell them, you know, this is the work, this is where we're going, and this is how we're going to get there.
She's very hardworking. She tries her best to work with us. Even if we don't get it, she'll try her best to help us get what we're doing.
Now, pour your monomer in here, and your brush cleaner could go here. This is what we do in education. We are like coaches. We coach them there to where they need to be in their learning. You're making your client know that you really know what you're doing.
She's one of the most well-organized persons that I've ever met in this field of study.
So a water base will cause naturally curly hair to do what? Curl up. We don't want it to curl. But the hair is already naturally straight. It really doesn't matter.
Mrs. Hill has been very instrumental in helping us start something new here at Germantown High School, and that is the National Technical Honor Society.
National Technical Honor Society will allow students not only to get credit for being in career and technology. It transcends HOSA, DECA, FCCLA, FBLA, all areas. It'll help them in their college career if they decide to go further and get the certification as a cosmetologist as well as go to college. They can do that too.
The National Technical Honor Society is important to me because it shows who I became as a cosmetologist, what have I accomplished while being in cosmetology.
I see myself working, helping people look their best.
We have Skills USA, which is a national organization where students learn about being able to give back to the community.
We just like giving back because we might never know what a family may be going through, and you know, they're always supporting us when we're doing a service to a specific person, so we just really like to give it back.
We have seen and we want to help, and we are in the future gonna not only do canned food drives, but we want to do like other things like for helping women or who need, or like kids who need things.
They're excited, as you can see. They're working diligently.
Of course I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun because it's something I want to do. And if you want to do something, you're going to have fun doing it.
We hope you enjoyed this month's Shelby County Schools Report. If you would like to learn more about Shelby County Schools, visit us on the web at scsk12.org.
On behalf of everyone here at Germantown High School Television and Shelby County Schools, thank you for watching today's program. We'll see you next time on Shelby County Schools Report.